People of the world. So much Thursday, so much July 9th. Twitter's working on a new subscription service, which could provide new options for prominent users. Interesting. TikTok opens its self-serve ad platform to all businesses. Facebook adds new free courses in effective community management. Facebook removes more accounts due to manipulation efforts, including new push by right-wing Proud Boys. Never heard of them. How to develop, test, and adjust your pay-per-click campaignage. Why SEO and machine learning are joining forces, and Google creates a new way to drive traffic via image search. This is marketing as a foreign language, and it begins right now. Oh my gosh, Twitter's working on a new subscription service. I don't know, I'm scared. Anyone else scared? Speculation is running wild that Twitter could be working on a new subscription-based offering for some users after the company posted a new job listing, which noted work on a team called Griffin. Ooh, Griffin, which is focused on building a subscription platform, one that can be reused by other teams in the future. I think, and this is pure speculation, obviously, that they might be hurting for dollars and dollars bills, y'alls. Corona, pandemic, depression. Let's do a subscription platform. I can just see a group of people in Twitter sitting around a boardroom talking about a subscription system. Who are we? We are a new team codenamed Griffin. Really? Codenamed? We are building a subscription platform, this is from Twitter, one that can be reused by other teams in the future. This is a first for Twitter, ! Griffin is a team of web engineers who are closely collaborating with the payments team and the Twitter.com team. We are looking for a full stack engineer to lead the payment and subscription client work, someone who values collaboration as well as we do, and blah, 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 blah. So a subscription for Twitter. Twitch has subscriptions. Twitch is making a lot of money. Twitch is an Amazon company. What would you do? What would Twitter have to do to get you to pay $5 a month to use Twitter? Grant wishes, maybe? Also, thank you for the like, whoever was so kind as to hit smash, in fact, that particular like button. As you can see in the above description, the Griffin team will reportedly work with Twitter's payments group on a subscription process, quote, a first for Twitter. What form exactly a subscription-based Twitter offering would take is unclear, but the speculation alone saw Twitter shares jump 12%. Oh me, oh my. Somebody's interested in looking at Twitter stock right now, and his name is Kellen. Twitter stock. What is the plan? 12%. Oh my gosh, there it is right there. News of subscription equals profit equals jump in ye old Twitter stock. Still down from earlier in October of 2019. Twitter hasn't offered any further comment on Griffin, but it has since edited the job listing to remove any mentions of the project. It wouldn't be the first time that Twitter has investigated a subscription-based model. Back in 2017, Twitter sought feedback from users on the potential of a subscription service, which would provide paying customers with access to advanced analytics and alert tools within the tweet deck management platform. Okay, we get it. Subscription. I just don't understand really what you're subscribing to. The vegan baker? Is that you get exclusive vegan baker content? Is that what they're telling us? Behind the scenes access, dedicated videos, and other content. Look, if Twitter is going to have like Amazon Prime related content where you can stream, sure, you could subscribe to Twitter. If you could like put your comment higher or something so people could see it more easily, maybe, I don't know. Exclusive live stream broadcast, that makes sense. Member discounts, behind the scene access, supporter only Q&As, I don't know. Meh. I mean, look, there's a certain quantity of people that would just buy it regardless of really what it is. Like hardcore Twitter enthusiasts, I could see just using it. But I don't know. They'd have to do a lot more than that to get my dollar. My dollars. So there you go. Twitter subscription service. Everything in 2020 is monthly payment. You can't, have you noticed that? You can't buy anything anymore. You go to the store, you're like, I'd like a pack of gum. They'll be like, that'll be 99 cents per month. TikTok opens its self-serve ad platform to all businesses. Does anyone want to start a dance company with me? Old dad tells dad jokes while dancing on TikTok. There, it's our new brand. After testing it out with several brand partners over the last few months, TikTok has today announced that its self-serve ad platform is now available to all businesses globally. That's part of its recently launched TikTok for Business platform. All right, guys, we did it. We lived during the era of TikTok ads. We did it. What else do you want from life? Fulfillment? Enlightenment? No. We live in the era of TikTok business ads, as explained by TikTok. Quote, the global availability of TikTok's self-serve advertising solutions gives marketers the tools to tap into the creativity of the TikTok community, reach new audiences, and optimize their marketing campaigns for an easy-to-use platform. Yay! TikTok's self-serve platform will look familiar to anyone who's run campaigns via other social media platforms. Boring. Its similarities to Facebook's ad manager platform, for one, will make it easier for most social media managers to navigate. So yeah, apparently you can advertise on the TikTok machine. What exactly is TikTok's demographic? We covered it before. TikTok demographics. I want to say 15 to 24. Let's take a look. Omnicore. So 800 million users. Number of video views per day, 1 billion. There we go. 41% of TikTok users are between 16 and 24. 56% of TikTok users are male, and 44% are female. That is not what I thought it was. I think I had that reversed. Roughly 50% of TikTok's global audience is under the age of 34. So there you go. If you're trying to hit that demo, you can advertise there now, and you would be one of the first. It's all new. Also, this is when the platform starts to precipitously decline. So this is going to happen. Facebook adds new free courses in effective community management. I actually have a dad joke community. Thank you, Lanesia, for the comment on Facebook. It's where all of us dads get together and share puns. It is the greatest joy of my hobby career. This could be helpful for social media managers. Facebook has this week launched a new community management education stream to its free Blueprint training platform. I don't know. Effective community management. If you're a small business, is there any argument to be made about having a community? Can that drive revenue to your business? Building an online community, defining community goals and guiding principles, best practices for managing audiences, serving relevant content. Maybe, maybe not. I think community building is just a ton of work at the end of the day. And if you're interested in building a community, I think you know what to do. You know that you have to be funny and charismatic and poignant and have a ton of energy and put a ton of energy into getting people to engage with the community. And then when people begin to finally show up, you need to praise them endlessly, constantly. I don't know if any of you have had the opportunity to swing by Twitch and type in the word Kautzmania, Kautzmania, but you can see that we're building a community of chess players. And one of the things you can do on Twitch is you can add a mod and you can make people VIPs. And so when people come to the channel, they continue to come to the channel. They're rocking, they're rolling. You award them. You praise them publicly, for they are deserving of such praise. Facebook removes more accounts due to manipulation efforts, including new push by right-wing Proud Boys. Don't know anything about that group, and perhaps we'll learn something here. With the U.S. presidential election looming, according to Andrew Hutchinson of Social Media Today, Facebook has this week outlined its latest round of account removals due to coordinated inauthentic behavior. Or, in other words, groups that have sought to use Facebook's tools to manipulate Facebook's users and their subsequent activities. This latest set of removals, which includes operations originating from Canada, Brazil, and Ukraine, also includes a group connected to the far-right Proud Boys in the US, which Facebook initially banned back in 2018. According to Facebook, quote, the people behind this activity used fake accounts, some of which had already been detected and disabled by our automated systems, to pose as residents of Florida, post and comment on their own content to make it appear more popular than it is, evade enforcement, and manage pages. I think there's a strong pull in the anonymity of the internet to want to create these fake accounts. I think there are countless fake accounts. I think there are so many more fake accounts than we probably can we can't imagine, but rather there are probably a ridiculous quantity of fake accounts, and you really just don't know if you're looking at a post and it looks really popular, how much of that is real. Difficult to know. Facebook obviously has invested quite a lot of money into policing it. The group also posted conspiracy theory posts, spreading misinformation through their networks. Facebook says that the pages and profiles had seemingly purchased followers to inflate their presence, but overall, the banned cluster consisted of 54 Facebook accounts, 50 pages, and 4 accounts on Instagram. Quote, around 260,000 accounts followed one or more of these pages, and around 61,500 people followed one or more of these Instagram accounts. So that's significant, but even more than this, Facebook says that this cluster of accounts spent less than $308,000 on Facebook and Instagram ads. So Facebook coming in and actually saying goodbye to some revenue does mean something. The tricky bit, obviously, here is that if you're on the left and you look at this, you say, heck yeah. If you're on the right, you look at this and say, well, it depends what the Proud Boys are all about, right? Point being, wherever you fall on the political spectrum, Facebook's making the call. Government's not making the call. Local officials are not making the call. Governor's not making the call. Facebook's making the call. This is the point I'm trying to make, which is, there's a lot of power. There's no question about it. There's a lot of power for Facebook to be wielding, shutting people down. But the fact that they are losing $308,000 of revenue is interesting to me. How to develop, test, and adjust your PPC campaigns. Getting great PPC results can be a long process of developing creative solutions, testing, and adjusting. Here's what the process looks like in practice. Those of you who are pay-per-click managers know that often you don't get great pay-per-click results straight out of the gate. This is very true. And even if you do, there's always room for improvement. Sometimes getting great results is a long, iterative process of developing creative solutions, testing, and adjusting. In this article, we're going to describe the process of what we went through. Here we go. A meticulously managed account. Late last year, we took over a new client pay-per-click account that had been meticulously managed. In some cases, this type of meticulous management makes sense. Some businesses maintain the same pay-per-click budget for years and don't want to budge, which is fine. But in other cases, such tight control is problematic. That was the case in this situation. The client wanted to spend more budget to get better results. It was spending about $2,000 a month on pay-per-click, but wanted to spend closer to $10,000. But instead, it was spending less and less on pay-per-click each month. In other words, the account management was being managed too restrictively. When we took over the account, we immediately had lots of ideas about different strategies to try. But as you know, account history can only tell us so much. Sometimes, for no apparent reason, outdated strategies perform better than new ones. There's no hard set rules we can blindly follow. So we proceeded with caution, drawing from our expertise and past experiences to devise new strategies. So transition to smart shopping campaigns. The first decision we made was to pause traditional shopping campaigns and try smart shopping campaigns instead. Why? Because in this account, shopping campaigns were hyper segmented. The company had over 30 shopping campaigns to advertise only 200 products, which is a crazy ratio. Something like 30 shopping campaigns for 100,000 plus products might be more typical. Again, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. For example, if a company is selling high-end luxury goods or a very specialized product, this kind of detail might make sense. But in this case, the company's products were priced from $10 to $75, and many of these products were also sold by big online retailers. So what happened when we made the change? Higher revenue, more transactions, and increased costs, as you can see from this screenshot showing changes year over year from April 29th to July 5th. Revenue up 79%, costs up 265%, transactions up 136%. So even though costs went up, the revenue is solid and pretty darn good for this market. These numbers also don't take into account the lifetime value of the customer, so we counted the strategy as a win. Strategy number 2, introduce dynamic search ads. Years ago, the client, had created his own website and got into online sales early. For a long time, he did really well in organic and paid search by focusing on specific keyword terms, but things have changed since the early days. Today he's facing massive competition, more advertisers, higher ad costs, and limited ad space. At the same time, all this competition has driven down the prices of his products. Well, this is to be sure. Given this environment, we questioned the idea of continuing to compete on keyword targeting alone. Therefore, rather than go with a traditional keyword targeting search campaign, we launched dynamic search ads. So that is to say, instead of trying to rank for yellow toothbrush, now you're showing ads on the search network, or I'm sorry, the display network. We're getting great results with DSAs, dynamic search ads, in many of our client accounts, partly because we typically see lower cost per clicks, especially compared to keyword targeted campaigns. Unfortunately, dynamic search ads didn't perform as well as we'd hoped in this account. I don't actually think I said that correctly. Dynamic search ads aren't display, perhaps. Let's look it up. Dynamic search ads. Dynamic search ads. About dynamic search ads are the easiest way to find customers searching on Google for precisely what you offer, ideal for advertisers with a well-developed website or a large inventory. I wish we could have an example. Let's see, dynamic search ad example. Okay, here we go. Images for dynamic search ads. Oh, we're still getting, I mean, if these are search ads, they're just search ads. There's nothing really crazy about a dynamic search ad. Perhaps I'm missing something here. Google Dynamic Search Ads, the pros, the cons. Here we go, July 1, 2020. Let's dig in here. Google Dynamic Search Ads are a powerful campaign type to expand your query coverage and drive more volume to your site. But if you're unaware or don't set them up properly, you can suffer the consequences. Dynamic search ads are similar to traditional text campaigns. Okay, so that's your traditional Google ad, but different one big way: by foregoing keywords and instead using your actual website or a product feed for your business. Google then matches users' queries to the type of product on your site or feed and shows a dynamically generated tailored ad. I knew this. This I knew. So we're not using a keyword. It's not the display network. What we're doing is we're using the website or product feed, and then Google is saying, okay, we're going to show this with this dynamically generated content, dynamically generated ad copy. The campaign still shows in the search results, there you go, on Google, and are hard to distinguish from regular text ads. This is why it was confusing. They are hard to distinguish from regular text ads, but they're being based on the website or product feed. These types of ads are a great way to show dynamic content to interested search users. Okay, interesting. So they ran that. Bring back keyword targeting. Launch Google Display Network custom intent campaigns. Holy smokes. I think this is too deep of a dive for today. This might be too deep of a dive. We may come back to this article. Why SEO and machine learning are joining forces. The most advanced machine learning tools can't replace the humans behind them. I'm not sure about that. Learn how tech-savvy SEO pros can work effectively with automation from Mr. Park on Search Engine Journal. The global data sphere, oh good, new buzzwords, will grow from 33 zettabytes. You hear that? Each equal to 1 trillion gigabytes in 2018 to 175 zettabytes. Yeah, that was a sneeze. zettabytes by 2025. In marketing, our role as the stewards of much of this data is growing as well. As of last year, more data is being stored in the enterprise core than in all the world's existing endpoints. What? Well, 175 zettabytes. Well, there you go. The great challenge for marketers and SEO professionals is activating and using that data. In 2025, each connected person will have at least one data interaction every 18 seconds, and nearly 30% of the world's data will need real-time processing. There's no way human marketers can handle this processing on our own. And more as our machine learning enabled tools process and analyze search data, they're learning and improving their understanding of it as they go. Machine learning and search. Perhaps the best known use of machine learning in search is Google's own RankBrain. Okay. When did RankBrain come out? I want to say 2016. It's been around for a while, and it's an algorithm that helps the search engine better understand the relevance and context between words. So it understands the English language better. It understands languages better. Machine learning enables Google to understand the idea behind the query. Machine learning also allows the algorithm to continuously expand that understanding as new words and queries are introduced, i.e. learning. And as algorithms get better at determining which content meets the needs of each searcher, we are being challenged to create content that meets the needs and to optimize. I mean, at the end of the day, you just need to create content that people are really going to engage with well, because all of the data that Google is receiving from how people interact with your content helps the machine learn what good content is. I mean, if you write an 800-word blog, 22 pictures, there's a video in there, people spend 2 minutes on it. Hello, like the machine is going to recognize all of the images. It's going to understand the nature of that content. So still quality. SEO has grown to be a viable, respectable mainstream marketing career. Oh, thanks. As I write this, there are 823,000 people on LinkedIn with SEO in their profile and 8,600 who specifically categorize their core service offering as SEO. Worldwide, those figures balloon to 3.2 million and 25,000 respectively. But this is just a small sampling of the SEO industry. Blah, 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 blah. Enhanced performance in your field of specialization. Employers and clients alike are driven by results. Yeah, that is true. Do you know how to use the machine learning powered tools in your area of specialization? Which ones are we talking about? Whether in paid search, technical SEO, content creation and optimization, link building, or some other facet of SEO, those who can prove superior performance through the use of machine learning SEO tools are increasing their own value. Yes, but which tools are you using? Author, I want links. You are exponentially more valuable as an SEO practitioner and leader if you can demonstrate the ability to scale your efforts. Yes, we get it. I am not thrilled with this article. Reason being, I want links to actual machine learning, and I'm not seeing it. What do we have here? According to Stanford researchers, the share of artificial intelligence jobs grew from 0.3% in 2012 to 0.8% of total jobs posted in the US in 2019. All right, we get it. Machine learning is on its way. Next, Google creates a new way to drive traffic via image search. Okay. Google is adding more context to photos in image search results, which presents site owners with a new opportunity to earn traffic. Launching this week, a new feature in Google image surfaces quick facts about what's being shown in photos. Oh, would you look at that? Information about people, places, or things related to the image is pulled from Google's knowledge graph and displayed underneath photos when they're clicked on. So I guess my question is, does it just recognize it? So here we have a picture of Montana State Parks. Did someone just take a picture of this? And there you have it. Google is adding more context to photos in image search results. Google's adding it. We're not. All right. More context equals more clicks. Google says this update is intended to help searchers explore topics in more detail. One of the ways searchers can explore topics in more detail is by visiting the web page where the image is featured. Okay. The added context is likely to make images more appealing to click on. It's like Pinterest. Pinterest has a ton of referral traffic. So for some reason, people on Pinterest will click on an image in Pinterest and leave Pinterest happily. This is not as common in Facebook, not as common in Twitter, but via Google image search with more context here, one would assume you would receive more clicks on your images. However, it's not quite the same as that because the images and the facts appearing underneath come from different sources. Okay, so you got a picture here, and then you have a link to the Architect's Journal and then Wikipedia. Okay, results in Google images are sourced from sites all over the web, but the corresponding facts for each image are pulled from the knowledge graph. Wow. So the depth of the internet is what I think we're talking about here. You have a picture, and then you have multiple ancillary pieces of information about that picture automatically added. So yeah, it is another traffic opportunity. I would agree with that. Interesting. There you go. Look at that Twitter stock. Look at that Twitter stock. People want subscriptions on Twitter. The stockholders want it. Let's take a look at Facebook stock. Facebook stock. What is the plan? Up for the year. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. Oh, March would have been a good time to buy Facebook stock. Whew, look at that. Oh me, oh my. Pinterest stock. Okay. Bouncing back. So they were doing real well in 2019. March was bad for Pinterest, but almost double. Almost double from there. Well, there you have it. All right. So Twitter's working on a new subscription service. So more on that. I think everything is going to cost you money. I think the number of monthly things we're going to have to pay for in 10 years is going to be like $500. And I don't mean monthly like mortgage and stuff. I mean all the things that you want to do with your life. Like, do you want to breathe? That'll be $9 a month. Everything's monthly. Very irritating. TikTok. Ads on TikTok. You can do it. Do you want to do it? Depends on whether or not you want to reach the 16 to 24-year-old demo. 56% men, 44% women. Facebook offering new courses in effective community management. If you have a community, might be something worth taking a look at. The policing on Facebook continues, obviously. That ain't going nowhere. Let's see. How to develop, test, and adjust your pay-per-click campaigns. Holy smokes. If you want a deep dive, this is an article that is going to deep dive you. So not enough time today to go all the way in, but we did learn that display, what was it? Dynamic search ads. They look just like normal Google ads, but again, they pull from the website. They don't pull from keywords. So it might be something to consider or mention to your pay-per-click company if you're working with one. And SEO and machine learning ain't going nowhere. That's obvious to me. And then last but not least, the depth of the internet continues. Google's AI is understanding what an image is. It is then giving us ancillary information about that image. It is possible that the number of clicks you'll receive from Google Images will only rise from this point forward. Oh my gosh, 10:59, so much Thursday, so much July. I hope everyone is doing swimmingly. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Let's hit that outro. Bye-bye.